Okay, this is the gorge, the Launceston Gorge. See that beautiful little white house there with frost on its roof? That is where Launceston's poet in residence lives. Or maybe it's the artist in residence. But what a lovely place. Can you imagine if you just sit around writing poetry or doing paintings and then they give you this place to live? It's gorgeous. Look at all the background of it. If you were an artist or a poet, it would inspire, wouldn't it? I'll just pause you and we'll point out other nice things along the way. But I'm walking into the basin with Charlie, which is against the law, but seeing as our politicians don't obey the law, why should I? So here's a close-up. Oh, it says the caretaker's cottage, but nowadays it is the artist in residence. Well, I'd be very happy to live here. Look at the nice stonework. Much neater than mine. So Launceston is a beautiful city. When it's not so damn cold, kids climb on that bridge and jump off. And at low tide, your feet get stuck in the mud. And all of these rocks here, kids jump off, and I've jumped off. And it's good in the summer when we get like 30 or 35 degrees. But now it's minus a couple, or it might have got to 0 by now. This is a Aboriginal sacred site. All the good places with water around here are classified as Aboriginal sacred sites. And there are always stories of bunyips in the lakes and the ponds. And this is also a place where a lot of rock climbers come. You see, you get your hands in those crevices and up you go. One day these rocks will fall down and kill a tourist. Oh, did you hear that? Some car with the doodaloo doo doo doo, like my fire truck has. It's nice and peaceful here now that we've gone out of the city. And this is only a 5-minute walk from the centre of Launceston. How lucky we are. How lucky we are. It's what has inspired me, I guess, for the rock work I do at my place. My creek is much smaller than this river, and my rock work is much less tidy. But anyway, that's just the way I do it. An interesting feature. They have all of these things round and about in this area. And these are not wood, it's concrete. And someone years and years ago made moulds. And look how gorgeous it is. It looks so much like wood. As a kid, I wondered if it wasn't petrified wood. And of course, they've got the nice slats on top. Another thing I copy. I've been quite influenced by this place. I had a very good friend for years and years and years, since I was a teenager. And in the summer, we would always walk up through here, and his name was Alan. Really nice guy, one of the kindest people you'd ever meet. He wasn't wealthy, but he always helped out the homeless and those in need. He would meet up with them, take them for a meal and have a chat. He just loved talking with people. and this was one of his favourite places to go. But he passed on, oh, boy, 8 years ago, something like that. I miss him. Everyone that knew him misses him, because he was such a nice guy. This, of course, is a big tourist draw card, and Al and I would walk along here, and if he heard someone with a foreign accent, he'd always stop and talk to them, and he'd find out where they're from, and then he'd tell them all these facts about their hometown, a tiny little hometown in middle America or something. But he was so learned. He used to just read and read and read and read and read history books. He had such wide knowledge. Look at the rocks, all covered in ice. We're closing in on our destination. What lovely little steps. All locked off now. There's a little viewing platform up there. Alright, we're on the other side. All these European trees they've planted here. There's a giant redwood that's fairly giant. There are a lot of peacocks here. Little restaurant here. In the COVID years, destroyed its business. There's a little place up here called the Fairy Dell, where a lot of people get married. I've seen some lovely marriage ceremonies here. Oh, look at it this morning though. Oh, I thought that was all ice, but they've covered it with something. A nice rotunda. A stagecoach. Used to play on that as a kid so much. The horses were all lined up on it. Now they've got free. And there's little steps there. That's where people have their marriage ceremonies. It's beautiful. This way, Charlie. Wonderful frost on the lawns, huh? Oh, a chairlift. It's the longest chairlift in the southern hemisphere, apparently. Look at that, the nice smoke coming out of the chimney of that beautiful old building. So we've got a lovely suspension bridge across there. And over there is the swimming pool. And this big area, this watery bit, is called the First Basin. And I used to love swimming in here, and also in the pool, when I was a kid. I haven't done it for years. When my mate Alan was still alive, we'd go across to the pool, swim a bit, mostly just paddle around in the hot weather. Does it get any more beautiful? What a lucky person I am to live in the glorious city of Launceston. How fantastic.